What's up, YouTube? Do you feel lucky here? As some of my long-time subscribers or viewers may know, I'm a huge Destiny fan, and I don't really talk about it too much on the channel. I mean, I've had a couple videos way back when. It's probably been actually 2 years, or at least a year since I've had a Destiny video on the channel. Maybe not that long, at least a year probably. But as a lot of you may know, or probably a lot of people that are clicking on this video know, the trailer for Destiny 2 just dropped this week. I know I'm a couple days late on this video, but I wanted to break down the trailer and give you some of my thoughts and some tidbits that I might have seen that you may not have seen, or maybe get some of your viewpoints too, to kind of gather some information, see what we can do. So, do a few different sections here. I'm also going to talk about some stuff that was announced outside of the trailer that may have been quote unquote leaked, or retailer leak and stuff like that. There's a couple little tidbits of information that I want to cover. So let's jump on into this and see what we can talk about. Okay, first things first is some of the basic info. So the game releases on September 8th, and the next time we're going to get info on the game is going to be May 18th. And if some of you guys are fans of Bungie, or have paid attention, or been paying attention for Destiny for a while, Bungie does a lot of live streams. So on May 18th, they're going to do a whole live stream of Destiny 2 gameplay. So it's probably going to be, probably get a good solid 30 to 45 minutes of Destiny 2 gameplay, and we should get a decent chunk of information then. Now, on top of this, sometime this summer, there is no set date, but if you do go and pre-order the game now, you do get early access to the beta. There is a beta coming this summer. I'm assuming it'll probably end up being like the Destiny 1 beta, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, if you pre-ordered, you got early access to it, but they did eventually open it up to everyone to try out and test and everything. And you only got up to, I think, level 8. I mean, it was a little different back then, but you could play up to level 8, and I think you got a small tidbit of PvE, and then you got mainly the main chunk of things that you probably played for a while was the PvP. So that is coming this summer, and obviously I'm assuming that we'll probably get a solid date on that around E3 would be my speculation on that. And it'll probably be, I almost guarantee you, right around E3 is going to be beta. That's just my calling it, but I mean, I could see it being this probably a good timeline. It'll probably, it'll be after E3, before, in latest time, it'll be August. Now we'll get the beta, because obviously it's not going to be September, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be June, July that we'll get the beta, because I think they're going to at least want August, because it releases early September. They're probably want August to do some final tweaks on the game before they, officially release it. So that's besides the point. So that's just some of the basic info. Now let's actually jump into the trailer. I'm not going to actually show any of the video. I might show a couple clips and stuff here and there, mainly just screenshots and stuff, because I don't want to, obviously copyright. But I'm going to show a couple things we talk about. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the enemies in the trailer, which is the Cabal. So essentially, as the trailer begins, the whole trailer is basically Cayde 6 and Commander Zavala trying to rally the troops, rally the Guardians to, get them motivated to fight back. Because basically, in the whole trailer, we see throughout the trailer, basically the tower's getting attacked, the city's getting attacked, and everything's being destroyed. And that's basically the premise of Destiny 2. It seems to be the story is basically, we're brought down, and now we're going to fight our way back to where we were to become prosperous again. Because essentially, the whole thing is after Destiny 1, we defeated all the enemies, where we've managed to, make the city prosperous again. There's no more, the darkness is fought back, and, and then all of it's torn away, it seems to be in this. And now, we do see a few different things in this trailer. We actually see some new, the Cabal definitely got some upgrades. From what I understand, it's a special sect of the Cabal that's attacking us. And it is led by Gary. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, Ghaul. Is the leader of this Cabal legion that's attacking us, and I don't know if he's gonna end up being the final boss of the game, or if I don't know if it's gonna be original Destiny thing where it's fight the darkness away and then it kind of doesn't have anything to do with it, or if it's gonna be more of a Taken King-esque kind of story thing where you do take down what's his? I can't even think of his name. I want to say it's not Crota's father. Why can't I think of his name right now? Either way, you take him down, and then you go in. Then there's the raid where you truly take him down. I'm assuming there is going to be a Cabal raid because of this, because that is something a lot of people are clamoring for, because it is the one enemy faction that didn't get a lot of love. The Cabal didn't get a lot of love, but so Ghaul's the enemy. But there are a couple little interesting tidbits they're also in the trailer. So we do see some new enemies. We do see that like one of the Cabal, like the guys with the shields. What I can't. I'm. It's been such. It's so hard. I'm trying to remember everything at once right now. But it looks like the shields got an upgrade. So it almost looks like they've got like energy protection shields. I don't know if it's going to be a different enemy type, like if it's an additional shield Cabal enemy, or if this is kind of the upgraded version of what we had in the last game with the enemies with the shield. And the other one looks like a bigger enemy, which I don't know if it's like kind of an upgraded man, I'm really blanking on Cabal. I can literally only think of Legionnaire right now. Legionnaire and Centaurians are the two that I can think of right now. The two that I really want to like name, I can't remember. But it's basically looks like you see like he bursts through with two axes and he like smashes down on the ground. It almost looks like a bigger, larger enemy type, kind of like the guys with the gauntlet guns from the original game. But maybe a melee version of him, or maybe a whole nother character. Now the one that is definitely new, which we don't know the name of, it looks like a Cabal, like it's a dog or like a quadruped, some sort of creature that the Cabal are using to attack us. If you see a clip here as Cayde 6 is fighting it off and throwing it away, they look nasty. And I'm sure these things are going to be annoying as all hell, because they definitely remind me like they're going to be like the Scions from... Oh, actually, well, the Scions are also Cabal. Now that I think about that, so they're definitely going to be another thing that's going to kind of swarm you. Or you know what? It's going to be more like the Thrall. They're going to be kind of like, I'm assuming these are going to be coming in packs, and they're going to just all attack you at once. So that's really interesting. So that does tell us that there are going to be more enemies added to the game, whether it's just Cabal. I'm assuming we will probably get some Fallen, possibly some Hive. I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering if they'll even bring Hive back, considering how much we've really taken them down. I know for a fact that we're gonna get wow, just blanking on the whole enemy type there. Wow, I can think of Atheon. Sorry about that. But either way, but we're definitely, so that'll be interesting. So I'm hoping we're gonna get a few different new enemy types from all the different factions, and maybe even a whole other race that we're going to encounter. Like, that would be even cooler. Like, we've obviously got, you got your Hive, you got your Fallen, you got your Cabal, and stuff like that, but really would want something additional, something maybe a greater threat against all of it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's just kind of here or there, but it's really interesting to see some of this stuff. Now, besides the Cabal, there are a few little other tidbits thrown into the trailer if you do pay attention. Obviously, the mainstays, like I said, the Commander Zavala and Cayde 6 are coming back, but you also do get some lines from Ikora Rey, so she's around still. But a couple other people that you do see, I do believe you see Saladin at some point, if I'm not mistaken, and you do see Lord Shaxx as well, run around fighting. Whether, granted, I don't know if you see them. I think you do see them in some of the people rallying, but I know, granted, we don't know who falls and who dies. I'm assuming that we're going to lose some people in the fight at the tower. I mean, there's obviously going to be some casualties. There's got to be, some reason why we're fighting, and it's obviously going to be part of it. And there is also a little thing that I find interesting. I've seen a couple people point out, supposedly you might see Xur standing in the background between one of them. Maybe I'll find a screenshot of that and put that up too. So that'll be interesting. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming they're going to bring Xur. I'm hoping maybe they'll kind of give us a little more background on Xur and like the Nine, and maybe see more people of the Nine, essentially. So that'd be interesting too. I'm not sure if you do see the Speaker or not. That is one I am curious to see if he does make a return, or maybe he dies or something like that. So that'll be a little interesting to see as well. But a few little things, and obviously, one of the big things that Cayde 6 does say to kind of get the Guardians excited is obviously more loot, new loot. So obviously that's kind of going to be a big thing. So obviously we've still got some of those RPG elements where you're going to be, grinding. I don't want to say grinding, but you're going to be getting random drops, and you're going to get different randomly rewarded things and different rules. So obviously they're not pulling away from that entirely. I do know there was some speculation and talk that this is going to be leaned more towards like an action game rather than kind of like the RPG elements that we've had. And I'm assuming they're going to improve and make it a little more mainstream to probably draw in more of an audience for more people, to more casual players to be able to enjoy it. But I'm assuming they're also going to give more hardcore players a little more, some depth in different things too. So, you can play and do things and enjoy it without having to be a hardcore player, but the hardcore players will have something else to strive for, which I'm hoping for. And, that is the other thing too, is the biggest thing that you really want to touch on is your gear from Destiny 1 does not carry forward into Destiny 2. This really wasn't confirmed in the trailer, but Bungie did talk about this quite a few times. I think there was a blog post about it and stuff. So the reason for this is Destiny 2 is built on an entirely new engine from Destiny 1, which is a good thing. It's going to expand the game. It's probably going to change and fix a lot of the issues people had with the original game. And you got to remember, I was really thinking about this, is Destiny 1, when it launched on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. Now, they did eventually leave PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 behind, but you got to think, the game was built on an engine that can run on those systems. And granted, it was maxing out those systems, but that, they didn't even use near the close to the potential that they could use for the Xbox One or the PS4. And so now they're obviously going to be building for that primarily. And fun tidbit is we're also getting it for PC, which tells me that this game is definitely going to be more. It's going to be more of a full-on modern game, especially if it's built to run on PC. So I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the PC. I'm probably going to buy. I've already got my PS4 pre-order ordered, and I'm probably going to pre-order on the PC once I can do that as well, because I'm kind of curious to see how that experience is going to be. I've always wanted to play Destiny on my PC, and I've got a game in PC for a reason. But obviously PS4 is going to be my main system because that's where all my friends play. But yeah, so that is the biggest thing. That is the main. That is why gear is not carrying forward. So yes, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about gear. They're losing their gear. I work so hard, so on and so forth. But trust me, don't worry. It's going to be worth it. There's going to be so much better stuff that you're going to be able to attain. The game is probably going to be placed so much better than the original that you're not going to miss the original gear that you had as you go on forward. And I'm assuming Bungie is going to reward previous players in one fashion or another, and I'm assuming that they're going to bring some of the things, the favorite weapons and some of the exotics and stuff forward, and maybe new and interesting ways, or just nostalgia's sake, they're going to bring some of that forward. That Bungie is very good at that. I've been fans of them for a very long time. Since Halo 1, I've been playing their games. They're very good at this, and I have faith in them as a studio that they'll do this game justice. And the only thing that I am kind of worried about, which hopefully shouldn't be too big of a deal, is there are rumors that there is a quote-unquote timeline put on them from Activision for this game. So hopefully it doesn't feel rushed, and hopefully it isn't a Halo 2 situation, which the game, granted, the Halo 2 wasn't bad, but hopefully we don't run into those issues. Now, so that is some of really. I think that's all the info that I know for a fact that was basically laid out to us. Like I said, you can pre-order the game now. I'll leave links to the original trailer, the full trailer down below. Maybe a link to some pre-order stuff. Maybe a link to probably just Bungie's website to pre-order. I'm not sure if PC pre-orders are available. Like digital pre-orders, I know physical copies were available at GameStop, but I'm sure if you're going to play it on PC, you're not going to get a physical copy unless you really want the collector's edition stuff. And that is the other thing too. There is a premium. I don't know if it's premium, and then there's like a collector's. Collectors are essentially sold out. They're gone. So if you want, really, the only thing you got with collectors is you got like a messenger bag and a space blanket and a couple little like knickknacks, and then the one below that, so you still get the premium edition does come with, you get there's 2 expansions planned, which is the other thing. So the 2 expansions planned look like they're about Trials of Osiris, or not Trial, Osiris, and I'm trying to think of the other one, but I'll probably put a picture up right now. There's expansion pass. It is like the original game, so like the Dark Below and House of Wolves or whatever it was, it is planned like that. So we'll get 2 expansions like that, and that will cover those. But the other reason, for a fact, I know that we will get more frequent updates in between for free besides these actual DLC content as well, because that is another purpose of this new engine that they're building on. So that is another good reason to look forward to this new engine, why it's actually going to be better, because they're going to be able to update the game more frequently and add more content to keep people more engaged. But either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this, a little bit of a trailer breakdown and talking about Destiny 2. Going forward, I will have more Destiny 2 content as time does go on. It's not going to be, obviously not too much at once because there's not much of them out now. Obviously in May, another video, and then once the beta, I have access to the beta. I already put in my code, so I will put the beta on the channel, so don't worry, that will be here. And then obviously when the game launches, I will do my best to make good content talking about some of the stuff in the game. Like I said, I'm going to get it out of here, but don't forget to subscribe to that button down below and leave a like on the video and comment some of your thoughts on the game. But I'm going to get out of here. Before I do, remember, stay lucky.